Hello everybody, this is I'm Warren Martin and I'm the instructor in this course, BA298, Applied Business Research. Here's a little scenic picture for you there, and let's get into the course from here. One of the things about this course, um, first off, I do these videos every week. I've noticed about half of you have never probably been in a course with me before, and the other half, welcome back. Good to see you again. But those of you that are new, I do these videos every week. I go over if there's any issues in a prior week. I go over it. Upcoming things, I do a quick review, and if there's any questions or anything, during the week, I go over that. So, and sometimes touch on other things. I generally try to keep them short, like under 10 minutes. Some 5 somewhere in there. This one might be just a little bit longer, only because it's the first week. There's a couple of things I want to go over in here. First off, the course room. When you go in here, I have the home page here set up like this. If you want, I've got a new welcome video, or now not welcome to the course, just if you're curious about me or anything, that's about a 5-minute video in there. That's totally separate from these ones I do every week. Okay, navigating around here, like I said, I got it set up here where you can go down here, and get into each week this way, or on the left sidebar here, easy is just, hit the modules, go in there. Okay, getting to your textbook, your ebook, right here, click there, and that takes you to that page, and then you click one more time, and that takes you to the book. All right, so that's, where you get your book, and in here, now this book's a little different in that this textbook is primarily case studies. So, that's what this is. In the front part here, once you get into that part there, you can scroll down, and in here there's as you scroll down, you come across some information on about strategic planning and case studies and so forth. In this first week, okay, you got your to-do list, which you got quite a bit there. And like I said, this week might seem like there's a lot. There is and there isn't, because one of the things is you got this reading here, week 1 reading, and that has to do there with you got these different you got 4 different readings here. They're not long, they're like 1 or 2 pages, and what they are is they're basic. Bring this over here, and it's about writing a case, doing case studies, because what this course is, you're researching. Okay, so there's people out there that write studies about things that happen in the business world, and so what you're doing is you're reading these different types of incidents or things about different companies, and then you can do an analysis of it, a report. But there's ways to do it, there's formats, there's so that's why, these readings here, because let me see, one of these covers like the format, the actual way you have to part 1, part 2, so when you go through these 4 readings, you see here, like say each of them is only a page or so. Okay, the outline here, I think same thing. So each of them just has different things. This one kind of has more of the format on how to do it. So as you go through it, you'll see here how to do it. Take your time to read it. I know it might look like a lot when you first see it, but if you got questions or anything, I can help you out there. But like I said, this is the reading part, and then when we go into you got the readings, got different assignments like your presentation. Now the presentation, I got it down here. This is a very good presentation on strategic operational planning. It's got to do with strategic management. It's also got things in there about how to plan, how to do presentations. So as you go through here, you'll find there's a lot of information here. I would even suggest that you download this file and save it for just your own personal use in the future, because depending on what you're doing down the road, you may need to look at something and reference something, to do a report or something for one of your bosses or something. So you got that. to discussion. Okay, here too a little bit different because what you're being asked to do is find a case study that is not already being done in this course, and you just review it, and then share it, just share it as in part of the discussion. So that says you go into ProQuest. You should all have your, if you don't have your passwords and everything to go into ProQuest, you need to get contact the school and get it. And when you go in there, you can navigate around and find different things. So yeah, so that's that for the discussion. So each week you'll have, that'll be another. And like I said, this course is about getting you familiar with how to do the research, how to read something and then do a summary on it, and in some cases an actual presentation. So that's what that's what this course is. Okay, you got your assignment. You got couple assignments this week. All right, so the first assignment, okay, is based on that presentation we went over, that chapter 4 presentation. So once you go over that, then you do this assignment here. Make sure you pay attention to the 1-inch, the 12, the font, double space, that type of stuff. So that's one assignment. Your other one is the case study. So week 1, it's the Adobe case. And here it's all right here. Make sure you scroll down when you get in these boxes, so you're covering, you're making sure you got everything you're supposed to be covering on here. Okay, so like these papers are 2 to 3 pages, double spaced. So when people say, "Oh wow, 3 pages," then I say, "Nah, not really. It's only 1.5, because if you write it in single space, it's only one page, 1.5. And then you just reformat it to double space, and then you got poof, you got your 3 pages or 2 pages. So, so don't let that overwhelm you when you see things like 3 pages. Case analysis. Okay, you got a project. So again, when we do these courses, I always emphasize, don't wait till week 5, because this, this is where you got basically 2 to 6 page analysis. You also got a PowerPoint presentation in here. So when you read over here, read over the instructions. Yeah, if you got any questions, let me know. But again, don't wait till the last minute. You need to pick, a project, and let me know what it is. And that's the other thing. Right here, go ahead and submit that for so I know what you're doing. And again, that's what we want it in week 1. So you've identified it. You're not waiting or anything like that. So, alrighty. Here. Okay, so what else? Let me check my notes just to make sure. We went over the course room, the course, the book, each of these things. So like this course is a little different because you're not really going through a textbook as much as you're going through. The first week, you got the readings, which goes over how to do case analysis and how to format and everything. But the rest of the courses, you got a little bit, and then when you get down here, the last 3 weeks, you just got do a case and a discussion. So first 2 weeks might be a little heavy. But then as we progress, it gets a little bit easier. Plus, as if you read a couple, 3 cases every week, you'll get used to it, just like doing exercise or something. So the other thing I wanted to cover here, let me see. Okay, on the discussions. Let me see. Oops. Where is my... there it is. Okay, one of the things, now if you've been with me before, I've changed up the grading on the discussions because I concluded, there's some students that, don't participate in discussions as much as others, and, it's not fair to the ones that do, that both students get pretty much close to the same grade. So that's part of the reason for changing up the grading here. The discussion itself ain't changed, but like, your first post is due by Wednesday. So I'm going on, the total points is 30, as always. The first one's due by Wednesday at midnight. It's always been that way. As long as you post your first post by Wednesday, you get 20 points. As long as it's more than a sentence, it needs to have, it needs to be contributing in there, and have some information, not just oh yeah, I think it's a great thing. You know, you need to have some good information in there. If you're late on that initial post and you post it between, you know, Thursday and Sunday, you lose 5 points. Okay, now your replies. You're supposed to do 2 replies by Sunday every week to your classmates, Sunday night, midnight. Each of those is worth 5 points. If you do not submit them during the current week, you don't get any points for them because part of the reply is it's interaction. Discussion forums are used by all colleges. They carry heavy point weight, and part of the reason for that is to create the interaction and learning from each other and sharing different viewpoints, different ideas. You might have, you know, one student might have found something, a different article or something on the same topic that has more points to it, you know, different. So that's why it's part, you know, that's part of why it's part of the learning process. So, and if you're not doing it when the discussion's open, one, nobody's reading your replies. No one's going to interact with those replies. So that's why, you know, there's no points after the discussion's over. So just want to be clear on that. And if you don't, you know, if you reply to the video, that counts as one of the replies. But if you don't make your second reply, then you won't get points for watching the video because, again, you know, usually, you know, I mean, you usually just type in there, hey, I watched the video, great, whatever it was, you know, like the test question I do and stuff like that. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to clear that up, just make sure everybody's on the same page with that. The other thing is the quizzes. If you were, well, you don't have a quiz in here, so you're off the hook, so that's good. Let me make sure here. No quizzes for you guys, see? So it's not all that bad. And no final exam, but you got the paper. So, you know, in one respect, you know, good news on this course. Just you have to write paper every week. So, all right. I think that pretty much covers it. The only other thing I do, those of you who've been with me before, you know what I do about the test question on videos. Those that are new, I somewhere in my video I usually put something up as a test question. So when you do your post in the discussion, you mention what it was. That way I know you actually watched it, because you know, sorry to say, but some students will say they watched the video, but they actually did not. And the reason I know it wasn't watched, because there's a view counter that tells me how, you know, if I got 20 students in a class and 10 tell me they watched the video, but the view counter says 7 watched the video, that means three are fibbing to me. So so that's why I put this on. This is a, you know, 3-year-old grandson, and so that's it. So I'll let you guys go. Sorry it took so long, but future ones will be short. So that was it. So everybody have a great week, and I'll see you during the week. And if you need anything, you folks, I'm easy to contact 7 days a week. You text me, call me. I get back right away. Use the Canvas system for the messages, and I get back, like say, within the, you know, either right away or within a few hours of the same day. So don't feel intimidated or anything, or oh, I can't contact the instructor. If you use that as an excuse weeks down the road, I'll call you on it, because that's not an excuse. So all right, have a great week, and talk to you down the road. Take care.